7. You tell him that I hope he needs that.
That's what we're at. And honestly, I still don't know where it is the best
bitch alive. Because they got maybe $3,000 of that property, but somebody's got a loan for $487,000 to try to build a $500,000 house on that piece that, I hope falls off the goddamn bank. I hope her greed eats her and everybody else. Had she taken my offer, which is way over what the fuck anybody deserved and what that property's worth, because unless ours comes with it, it ain't worth a goddamn fuck. And they can't build on it. I just want to make that clear. And she knew, here's the thing. I just want to let everybody know, because I'm just at the point where I'm going to start shit and I'll burn the goddamn creek down. They knew what they were selling. Somebody needs to maybe whisper that for the first time in history of Beech Creek, people are tired of out-of-fucking-staters and out-of-towners thinking they're going to move the fuck in there and do this bullshit. I've never seen anybody move on top of anybody else that wasn't family inside of the country like this, but here we are. That there are people that have already signed statements saying that she called them months prior to listing, and she was well informed of what she was selling, knew that our springs and our well, which I've already been assured will not be built on top of by the permit guy and the courthouse. So these people, when they show up and the bank's not done their due diligence, and Joey fucking Hahn with Clinch Mountain Realty, and this dumb bitch knew what she was selling and was offered the surveys, which we pulled out of our goddamn closet since they're all family. And let's make no mistake, before y'all go whispering at Beech Creek, but Andy and them and everybody else, they're all fucking kinfolk. And that's why that existed in our closet, along with our neighbors who has theirs framed, and we now have ours also in a frame. Knew what she was selling. She didn't get anywhere near the asking price. And if her and Sarah had simply taken our fucking cash offer, including the offer to go ahead, which is, I mean, it's like our neighbors told her it ain't even worth fucking $400 an acre. It's not. It ain't shit.
Hi, my name is Dee, and you're watching D True Crime. Jody Sue didn't have anything to do with the property at 125. Andy's uncle owned that, and Andy's mother. Now she's an expert at real estate transactions. She's never made one, never had one, never accepted one, but all of a sudden, she's an expert at it. She knew it was almost over with her and Andy. She knew that. She felt it coming. She knew it.
But I offered her way more than that cash, and to pay the fines and shit for pulling out from the realty place if she just stopped the goddamn sale and took it. I hope she enjoys that $3,000 or $4,000 cash she got. Either way, she's getting ready to be sued by whoever just bought that fucking shit, and I really don't give a good goddamn. That being said, it's been a hell of a week. It is what it is. Was that just Jennifer that walked in there? Is that Jennifer over there?
I don't know.
I feel like it is. I need her to go in a fucking week, and I'm just kind of laughing, because had she taken our fucking offer cash under the, because here's the thing, they ended up taking, because they were smart people, and she's apparently not, and she ended up taking our fucking, because hers was cash talks, because she knew what was up, and she's trying to fuck taxes too, whatever. I was like, look, I'll give you what the fuck ever, you can do whatever you want to do. After that, she didn't do that. And they apparently asked her for repairs and costs, right? Because if you know what you're doing in real estate, land sales, or anything else, you know what to ask for after somebody's taking your offer and you're negotiating at the last steps.
Repairs and costs for what? A 2.23 acre lot of land with no building on it? Repairs for what? It don't even have a fence. However, it does have a driveway. The driveway belongs to that lot, not 125. See, if Jackie Dobbs continued to stay on his property, Jody Sue and Andy would have had to move their driveway, because that driveway is Jackie Dobbs' driveway. Jody Sue was trying to imply that people were descending into her space, when in all actuality, every time she went home, she was using Jackie Dobbs' driveway.
they've taken off $7,000. Looks like it's sold for $11,000, which is blasphemy, but I'm sure that's not the case. I'm sure that if you call the IRS, all that's not reported, and everybody's taxes will look a little funky. So I'm sure there's cash otherwise. But the point is people would have made it more had they just taken our fucking shit. And none of this would be happening, and people wouldn't be in danger. But anyway, it's been a really weird fucking week, and I'm just kind of laughing, because had she taken our fucking offer cash under the, because here's the thing, they ended up taking, because they were smart people, and she's apparently not, and she ended up taking our fucking, because hers was cash talks, because she knew what was up, and she's trying to fuck taxes too, whatever. I was like, look, I'll give you what the fuck ever you do, whatever you want to do. After that, she didn't do that. It's been a hell of a few weeks. The radiation shit sucks. I start full out in the next week or two. I don't think I'm going to like this. And then I hear, what was it they said? The sunburns, and they'll make sure to give me shit from my throat. Whatever. But I get a cool, keepsake mask, so that's pretty neat. I feel like I go to Disney World for all the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yay, I went to the fucking theme park. Anyway, and since I know some of you all seem to be, I know a few of y'all work for Ballad, and I know a couple of y'all, there's some shit that's happened that makes me think a couple people on pages want to be little snitching bitches for the people they work for that are fucking them and our community. In particular, in my case, I'm not going to say too much about it, but I will tell you that the other day, I had some weird son of a bitch follow me all the way out to my car, 2 levels below, wait on me. Now look, this is weird enough to where, let me tell you that, you see this hair, and if you're female, you know the looks, you know what the fuck's up. This ain't nice, this ain't I'm trying to be helpful, this is not, I'm trying to be a medical professional. Hours. I go to the bathroom, I come back after I tell the lady that I would. I had to use the restroom before I come back and give a shit. This dude's still in there, because I thought, well, maybe he's taking a break, he'll get down to Starbucks, he'll go on. This dude gives me a fucking tour through Holston Valley, like I have never been there before. And granted, my shit's usually up in Johnson City. Something's happened, they're moving some of my stuff in here. But this is the weirdest shit I've ever seen, experienced. I was like, holy shit, is this where we're at, really? So I come back to Starbucks to get my shit on. I walk 2 levels down and all the way out of the parking garage, because I'm not technically parked in the parking garage. All the way where my muscles and shit ain't working and shit's going real bad. I'm off my out there and be like, hey, why don't you just give me the dick? Why don't you stop and ask me out for a date? Now, we don't really do that too much, but we know the drill, right? These guys pulled that shit on me, dropped pins in my car, in a place that I couldn't really get them good, to where I had to lean over. The entire car is surrounded, I'm not talking about 5, 10, 15, but 50 men. And then every day it's them honking there. Like this morning, me and my daughter were sitting there, and there they were again honking. And I don't know why. They've got the number to call him, so if anything, because there's certain trees that are not to come down. There's been all kinds of shit going on through there. They're running electric companies to run the main lines again to cut the trees down, right? That's what it is around them. But there's other things going there that are 3 companies in one. It's all fucking bizarre. But I told him, I was like, the helicopters aren't going to cut them down with the chainsaws. These things have been here since his family settled Rogersville. Some of the first settlers in Tennessee were not cutting those fucking trees. And so that was that. But I had 2 drop pins in this fucking car and be weird. And I'm on me too when I'm all like, hey, I've been raped, I know what it's like. This shit's getting real weird. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And I'm never sketch, but whatever. This shit's like making me sketch. Yeah, don't even look at me, you heard me. But fresh babies are fresh babies. And, I'm irradiated currently, and no more babies for me, but too many surgeries couldn't probably help me anyway, and if something was wrong, I'd smother him with a fucking pillow. But definitely, I don't want to have to go through amniocentesis to see what the fuck's wrong, or risks, or whatever, and then abortions, and we're gonna call it a day, be retired. Both my kids will be grown by the time I'm 40, and I'm gonna sail off into the fucking sunset, y'all. Besides, ain't no point in thinking about babies. I'm dying of cancer. But they sure do smell good. Fresh babies. when I was 8 months old. He still smells fresh. He was cute. My thyroid medicine is not filled with go kill yourself. The only way I got them to pay fucking attention was by stopping my medicine. So I'd say now, 27.5 pounds in a week or so, and then lost 7 in 2 weeks. So that's not me. I don't give a fuck what's happening in my world. I'll be goddamned if I go through this much shit in my whole ass life, like most people, because I'm not special. But I'm not a weak little bitch, and we don't play that game, so, I'll be goddamned. And, I mean, look, unless I'm absolutely dying, it's emotions versus mentality versus, physical shit. It needs to, you can't, be all like, oh God, and then trying to heal. It doesn't work that way. That's not me. When it comes time, I'll do what I gotta do, and I'll do what I was taught, which is walk off into the fucking sunset, and that's all fine. Right now, I am not gonna think like that, especially because of fucking medicine, so I hope somebody in fucking ballot has a plan and sits up and pays attention in a few weeks when I can have my fucking medicine, my pelvis area, and this and the other. Everything's still in my lymphatic system. I don't know. I'm trying not to sleep on my arm, and I'm gonna get asshole home so he can sleep, because but if it's one of y'all and I know that I can trust you, trust your people, trust your word, that's fine. I'll throw you something for finding somebody. But yeah. Anyway, and last word, that little feral kitty cat I got is the most amazing critter I've ever had as far as feral kitty cats go. The biggest personality I've ever seen, and I assume in the next few days when I feel okay, I'm gonna go try. But that's where we're at. So anyway, yeah, all I'm saying is give feral kitties a chance. They're lovely. Opinions in between. Bye, guys.
What you're about to see is a video. I got it from Valkyrie's Corner. Please go subscribe to her channel. I'll put the link in the description. Kind of rare. It hasn't been out published a lot. But I'm glad Valkyrie had it on her channel. Thank you, Val.
Oh my God. And about this one, because of where it was offered to. Maybe a little bit more, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? All I'm saying is that I'm being told Andy is going around trying to get paid for what he knows to certain creators, and is reaching out. Oh boy. Y'all, I think his asking price tonight was $500 or so. If that's really him. I don't know whether to tell you to do it or don't. And I'm not even here. Yo, I doubt it's actually him. And there are a number of reasons why. And I'd love to tell you that boy had to have more sense than that, but because boy, it's gonna give you ooh. And he is very greedy, and if he could make $1 and jerk off on victimizing me with that broke dick, why not? Either way, he is just enough, but Lord. Oh no. I don't know what to say to him or anybody else. I cannot wait for the entire world to eat him. I guess he better rethink that price tag. Because I damn sure would. The devil will indeed sell his soul.
Well, the devil's girlfriend will sell her soul too, and I think she already has.
And hey, whichever y'all, oh boy. And when he does, and if he does, and it's a real one, that icon, he can remain behind one.
Now, my question about this video. Does this look like a domestic violence victim to you?
But I think maybe he needs to remember the internet does already have pictures of him. And if they're going to match a picture up for him and then to that voice. And when they do, there's no coming back from that. Match up that picture with that voice. I'm going to have zero problems releasing every videotape and audio clip without editing that I have.
That was a direct threat to Andy. Whatever secret she knows about him, she tries to control him with that. That's the only control she has over him, and he knows it. And she knows that he knows it. That's the last manner of control right there that she has over Andy.
And I mean, it's not necessarily threatening, but I mean, at that point, I don't have to worry about editing no more. I don't have to worry about it. I mean,
I see a lot of abuse coming from Jody Sue herself towards Andy. She had both of her children all up in that crap, sitting in her back seat while she's doing those videos. And Jody Sue is not a very nice person at all. And she's a danger to her kids and to society, in my opinion.
if the child abusing, woman abusing piece of garbage wants to out himself for 500 measly little dollars, y'all go ahead and let him. And then I'm going to give you a series of questions to ask with the receipts to back them up. Because, I mean, I'm sorry. It might sound like whatever, but I'm telling you, the last thing we want to see, which is where the targeting comes into play, right? And I'm sure right now there are actually people on that hill associated with him probably trying to get Andy to speak.
She's been in it since day one. Digging, looking over here on this person's channel, looking over here on this person's channel, bad-mouthing YouTube creators, bad-mouthing the law, bad-mouthing everybody. She thinks she's an expert at everything. You saw in this video at the beginning, in the first part, how she was acting like she's a professional real estate agent. Now she's a professional bookie, where she books people for entertainment purposes for $500. She's mad at Andy because he's asking $500 for an interview on a YouTube creator channel. Any YouTube creator channel. This seems to me like these two people, Andy Bernard and Jody Sue, think they are entitled, I guess because of who his parents are, but they're not above the law, y'all. Neither one of them. But they run around Hawkins County and Sullivan County like they're above the law, like they're above everybody else. And everybody else is beneath them and they do whatever they want to do. That's what it looks like to me after 4 years of intense eyes on these people. And I believe they have more to do with Summerwell's disappearance than comes to mind. then the ordinary eye wouldn't see it. But these two people think they are entitled to everything. Just a heads up, from the outside looking in, it don't look too good for y'all.
Saying everybody's going to keep quiet. They'll change the narrative for him. They'll change the truth. He thinks he can get on YouTube and lie and do whatever. Oh boy. No. Not about my story, but about his own and who he really is. And yeah, he can get online and talk shit about Candace and Dawn all day. But I doubt that's what he's going to try to do. And hell, it actually, honestly, maybe, but I find the methods in which he's reaching out to be a little odd, unless other people have given him the ways in which to reach out.
At this point, her and Andy had been split up 3 months already, and she was still trying to control him. I know you've all heard the term scorned woman. Jody Sue fits that to a T. Scorned woman. That's what you're seeing. That's what she is. And she's pissed off about it.
I don't know. You just don't go like 1-800 number a YouTuber, right? Lord. But I and the kids don't want to see his face every day. Just don't still. Whatever. I don't think he has a soul anyway. Okay? Even Pickle feels some type of way about this tonight. Y'all, seriously. The first one of y'all at Bags and Tags that you let me know. I got a series of questions with pictures, video, years, decades worth of texts, messages, audio, phone calls. And I'm going to need you to lay out on a chart. I'm going to. And then I might actually break out the tequila.
Well, now we know she's putting that tequila in whatever she's drinking.
And have myself a celebration as you all eat him alive. Because I promise you that's what's going to happen. Actually, hell, I might go strip for a night or two or something and get the money and give you all the money on purpose. That way you all can pay him. Y'all give him his $500. Ain't like, apparently he's broke or something, or like maybe he's gotten some sense and stopped taking the children's money before, like, the government comes after him and he's real broke. Or that surgery for his dick is going to cost a little bit more than that $500. He really needs it. Like, it's coming winter, y'all. He needs loads of wood.
I'm sorry, y'all. There's no woman running from her life in a life-threatening situation say those things against her abuser.
Oh, yeah. That does make sense. So anyway, I guess either the surgery will cost more, he can't keep up a new car payment swapping jobs. My herd of camels is here.
She said her children just got home. We'll see what happens now, how she acts around them.
You know what, guys? I might just give y'all $500. A cheap hoe. Apparently, your sperm donor is potentially trying to shop around to see if he can't be given $500+ for an interview to tell you too what he knows.
To tell you too what he knows. I find that statement a little bit odd. And she's saying that to her son. and her daughter.
Now, I do know that there was other important things I was doing at the time I'm listening to. However, it was a distraction from those. You never know tonight.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, join my memberships, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Let me tell you, Apple would really ought to rethink his price. Because when he gets on there, I promise you, he is going to destroy his own world. There's no coming back. There's zero coming back. Zero.